Hey everyone, I'm Donna Amidon, and today we're going to give some biblical coaching tips on overcoming anxiety. Recently, I was spending time with a friend and she said, Donna, I am just an anxious person. I worry all the time. That's just who I am. I was shocked by her confession, but later during the day, I was reflecting on what she said and I thought, I may not announce that I'm an anxious person, but if I were to take an honest look at where my mind hovers, I would admit that worry and anxiety are far more present than they need to be. And I don't think I'm alone. We live in such a fast-paced, demanding culture that if we're not careful, we can let worry and anxiety latch onto us and then conclude that's part of life. But when we listen to Jesus, we hear something radically different and refreshing. In Matthew 6:34, Jesus said, "Therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble." The NIV version says, "Do not worry about tomorrow. Each day has enough trouble of its own." It's a simple and clear message. Don't worry about tomorrow. Stay on today. Every year our family buys a year-at-a-glance calendar. It's this huge poster that hangs at our kitchen, and it has every day and every event for the whole year on it. And I confess, I'll walk by and I'll look at it and I'll immediately feel the weight of what's coming. And you may be the same way. You may not have the calendar on your wall, but if you start thinking about what's coming up with your future and your family, your career, your kids, that transition that's coming up with your spouse, you may wonder, am I going to make it? Or how's all this going to get done? But Jesus says, don't worry about what's coming. Stay on today. Now, Jesus is not telling us to ignore the future. He's not saying that we should be lazy or irresponsible. We should plan and we should walk in wisdom. But at the same time, Jesus knows our tendency to look at the future and let fear and anxiety take the driver's seat. But he's saying, no. Don't go to those places of fear in your heart. Don't become overwhelmed by what's coming. Focus on today. Focus on that one little box, that one little square on the calendar called today, because in that little square is more than enough to concern you. Now, let me ask you this. How would your life be different if you didn't fixate on the future, but focused on today? How would that change you? How would that change your mood? How would that change your emotions? How would that alter what you talked about or the atmosphere of your home? What if you did not worry about tomorrow? What if you just fixed yourself on today, focused on today? You see, I think this shift from worrying about the future to focusing on today could be one of the most powerful things you've done in a long time. So, here's my challenge. Very simple. Stay on today. Don't fret over the future. Don't worry about what's coming. Just ask yourself, what needs to be done today? Let us know your thoughts and how we can be praying for you. Now go, win today.